When you saw the weather this morning with the gust, were you concerned about scaffolding around the city?
Yeah, it's all the high winds are always a concern, and you see incidents like this occur occasionally with the high winds.
Can you tell us what kind of work was being done on the building at the time?
It's brickwork. They're doing brickwork. There was no one working today.
Anyone injured in the?
There's no one injured. We were able to get underneath the debris and make sure that the vehicles are not occupied. Thankfully, there were no pedestrians on the sidewalk when the debris came down.
Next steps is to take the rest of that scaffolding down?
Yeah, so right now we're getting the Boston Inspectional Services is on scene. We have waiting for the contractor, so that's the next step is to make it safe. Right now, these streets will be shut down for some time, I would say, until we can make sure that it's safe.
Do you think there was a secondary scaffolding wall or collapse?
Yeah, so the Beacon Street side fell initially, and it left the Exeter Street side kind of unstable. So we were evaluating some options on what we could do to try to make the situation safe, but the wind gusted up and it took the top section off. So right now, that's really our biggest concern is if you can see on the Exeter Street side, the top section of scaffolding is actually kind of flipped over, and it's basically resting on a couple of street trees.
So knowing the winds today and tomorrow, how has this risen the safety for other construction sites throughout Boston?
So yeah, I mean, I think that the contractors are always, or should always be on top of the safety of the scaffolding. That's probably a question that's best for inspectional services.
Anyone inside that building?
There was 4 people inside. We got them all out temporarily. There's no significant damage to the structure, so I anticipate they'll be able to go back in. We also, as a precaution, got people out at 295 Beacon Street, just in case that the Exeter Street side of the scaffolding came down.
Residents said they had heard it last night. They kept hearing the wind. And did Boston Fire get any calls about the scaffolding prior to it falling down?
Not that I'm aware of. You can check on that for you, though.
Talk a little bit about how lucky you were, because it fell on 2 cars. There could have been people inside there. There's an area for people to walk certainly on the street, cars driving by, and no one was injured.
Oh yeah, pulling up, that was my biggest concern. We actually have specially trained firefighters that went underneath the scaffolding that's collapsed onto the cars to make sure that there's no one in the cars and that there's no civilians who might have been walking on the sidewalk. So that was really the life safety of the situation is our primary concern.
Any advisories for those who have cars parked out there?
I mean, the cars are going to be tied up for quite some time, I would say, until we can get everything squared away.
In your history, have you ever seen higher than a 4-story scaffolding come down?
I'd have to think back. I mean, we definitely have issues with scaffolding come up, particularly on days like today. So, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but certainly, it's not I wouldn't say it's a rare event.
How challenging is it going to be to figure it all down with the wind factor today?
Yeah, I mean, with the wind, I think it's going to be a time-consuming operation. They're first going to have to evaluate the safety of it because the Beacon Street and the Exeter Street side of the scaffolding are, they rely on each other for support. So right now, obviously, half of that's missing. So the Exeter Street side is still in kind of a tenuous position.
When something like this happens, other building projects with the scaffolding up, and people being told to come down and don't go up on a day like this?
So that's probably a question better for inspectional services as far as, the permitting process and how they communicate with the contractors.
How they're going to pull this down?
I really can't say exactly. I know that we're first going to have like a safety assessment of it to make sure that it's safe, whatever the process is. So I can't, we're going to bring in, scaffolding experts, and that will be their responsibility to assess.
Are people allowed to go back in?
Not right now, but I would anticipate that they will be. Yeah, once that area is, the Beacon Street side, the damage has already been done. So it's really more about cleaning up that area. And you can still feel the winds howling through now. So the Exeter Street side is going to be where the real, the work is going to be as far as making that situation safe.
Thank you. And Chief, traffic on the street's probably going to be closed.
Yeah, Beacon Street at Exeter and Exeter Street is going to be definitely closed for some time now.
Is anybody from ISD over there? Can they come over since we got everybody gathered?
Chief, one more question. You said that there was no one on the scaffolding at the time.
Correct.
When was the last time there was someone up on that scaffolding? yesterday?
From what I'm told, they weren't working today.
And how
So-
long has this project been going on?
I don't know the answer to that.
Very good. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
All right.
Anyone from
Everybody's
the
over
special
this.
services?